Yo, yo, what's going on, my friends? How you doing? Kunal here. Hope everybody's having a good day. Sorry, it's been a couple weeks since I made a video. It's earnings season, and we're just like literally on fire in our chat room every day. It's like there's just so many stocks moving around, 40, 50, 30%. I've been just trading like a madman and then doing cryptos at night and then teaching class, from 8 to 10 usually every day. And I've just been a little bit lax on the videos, but I think this is a good one. So, we talk about earnings plays a lot. And, we took this play in OSTK today. Where I made about $1,200. I actually took a little bit of a loss on one of my secondary plays on this. I was up about 1,600, 1,700 on it. But this is a very, very important lesson that you've got to remember. So when you're looking at earnings plays, like stocks that gap up due to earnings, all right, or some type of news, out of all the earnings plays I had, so if you look, in TC2000, I make this, gapper list. So I have all these different gappers, OSIT, the SAGE, PRGO, SETIG, the Goose Island, PEGA for short, SRCL. But, one of the reasons I traded Roku and OSTK, both of these, so I had these on my list for very, very specific reason that I thought they would go up, okay? And that's where I kind of concentrated my forces in terms of the early morning gapper play. So the reason I liked OSTK, this is important, so when you're looking at earnings plays, so like today, if you go, and you whip out like your trade ideas or something, and if you guys are more than welcome, you can, if you go on trade ideas, you can get my actual gapper scans and stuff like that. But, if you go, my trade ideas in the morning, I'm scanning for essentially these gappers, right? And so, I've got like this, see the KBS, OTIC, Roku, Sage. There's lots of these, right? OSTK. So OSTK is kind of in towards the middle here. It's not even the first one on the list, right? But like, how did I choose that one versus, some of the other ones in terms of, what's going to follow through, right? See, like the Sage didn't do shit. And some of these other ones, like they didn't really do much, right? And so, how do I pick the one that has the follow through? And so, one of the things you have to understand when you're looking at earnings plays is, okay, what's the share structure in terms of the float? So the float on this is 17 million shares, so that means that it can have a big range. What is the daily chart seeing? So the daily chart's been on this massive trend, which is good. A stock that's on a trend that actually gaps up again is really, really, really powerful, just like it is on the short side. If you guys are in our chat room or just see me trade, I shredded this MNK here at 1,000 shares at 26 the other day, and this thing just, without even a green candle, got all the way down to 20, right? And so see how like this has been in a downtrend, and then boom, right? You get the news come out, and so OSTK's been in an uptrend, then it's got earnings come out, its float is low enough on this, and I know just from looking at the candles that this thing's got a history of making a good range. You can see here, even on days where it doesn't have earnings, it has $3, $4 ranges. So, now all we're doing is matching up an intraday setup to what I see on the daily. So what we can do on the intraday is, when I'm eyeballing, I'm either looking for an ORB, a quick pullback buy, right? So there's only two options. You've got to map out. So when you have a stock that you like, you map out what are the options. So it's ORB or quick pullback buy. The next hour you can go flag or VWAP, and then the hour after that it's day-long consolidation, and those are kind of the different ways you can map them out. You've got to make sure you match the time of day to the overall picture of what's happening on the daily chart. That's really important. So in the morning, ORB is just a 3-candle tray, right? So you get the gap up here, then the next candle it goes sideways. When it takes out its range here, I'm long this thing. It's I ended up long this thing. So I'm on video all day just like this, right, in the chat room. So I got 45.50, 600 shares, right? 45.50, 600 shares. So I'm in a little bit before the breakout, which is my norm. I'm more of an anticipator if I can use the VWAP as a stop, because then I can risk a little bit less, and then I'm not chasing it up, right? You chase, you die. You know what happens when you chase something that's already broken out? There's like some other, trader that's like, how's my D taste? You know what I mean? And that doesn't taste that good. Not his. You don't even know that guy. And so you got to be real careful. So I like to be in a little bit early, and then it's just a matter of shredding. Now, one of the things I was really, really good about with this thing was that, I was able to sell off my, last shares into the 49s on this thing. And so that ended up being a really, really good trade. Oh, outlast 50, 65. So I was able to actually hold it for not the whole game, but I was able to sell out some, sell out some, sell out some, and I kind of held this thing into the 50s. So I ripped off $5 on that last 100 shares, and that's really important when you're thinking about this stuff is if you can understand which gappers are the best, then you'll know which ones have the biggest range. So then those lotto shares, that last 100 shares that you're holding, remember guys, even if you have a small account, you can do 100 shares, right? Most accounts have margin. You'll be able to get a little buying power. If something can move $5, that's a lot easier than spending, buying thousands of shares of some penny stock. So I know that the range on this can be really good. So then it's just a matter of, scaling out of this thing. And then, that's done. So that's the morning trade. So when I do an ORB is called opening range breakout. So that means I'm holding it just for the morning usually, right? So that's that first hour. So once that first hour is kind of, it's getting long in the tooth, that first hour is starting to commence, then I'm starting to look for my secondary plays that I would use more midday. At the open, it's about price volatility and price discovery. Midday, which is after the first hour, it's more about consolidation and retracement. And then end of day, you choose a side. So those are, always the kind of three things to be aware of. So easy-go-lucky trade. Man, what an earnings season. Guys, earnings season is amazing because every day you have a lot of movers. And so, I like to pile up my gains aggressively during earnings season while there's all these movers happening, all these stocks announcing and doing their PRs and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys will learn to love the earnings season just like I do. But feel free to ask any questions. I know a lot of you guys have been coming into our YouTube lives. I really appreciate that. That's been really fun. So I will see everybody on Wednesday for that. And then if you have any questions, just message me on here. Or, you can just always email me, Kunal at bullson.ws. And I'll see you guys around.